Ben Affleck is the Batman. How? Why? These are questions that everybody's asking right now. And all I can say at the end of the day is Ben Affleck is an actor. He is one of many actors to play the role of Batman. Especially in my lifetime, we've seen a lot of actors play Batman in both film, television, even those little digital comics. Batman has been so many different people. He's even been different actors in video games, which, yeah, we know how I feel about that. But anyway, do I think Ben Affleck is a good choice for Batman? Personally, it gives me chest pain. It really does. Luckily I had a sick day yesterday, so I did not find out this news until I was almost done making my DuckTales review. I stumbled across a news article when I was looking up something on IGN, and lo and behold, there it was. But, like I said, there's been a lot of people played Batman, so we just have to give it some time. That's right. We can do this. We can do this, Internet. It's going to be fine. It's not like he's another George Clooney or anything. But, what I will say is the Internet's response to this, while absolutely hilarious, we need to show more class. We really need to show some more maturity over this. Having a petition going to having somebody fired for a role that you don't like, that you have no control over, anything is just dumb. It's dumb. I can't even think about the words that I want to do to describe this fan action over an actor. There's so many things that you could be using change.org for. So many things. And why? But yeah, don't sign that. Don't make a big deal about this. It's a movie. It's acting. If you don't like Ben Affleck as Batman, don't see it. Simple. Don't support it. That'll give them a message. Use your wallet. Don't. Ugh. Now, what's funny about all this, it reminds me of how everybody was in this huge upheaval over Michael Keaton being Batman in the 1980s. Now, when I was a kid, no, this is true. When I was a kid, when Michael Keaton was announced, all the news, all the Hollywood people, all the magazines were bad-mouthing Michael Keaton as Batman. And not only that, the former actor who played Batman in the 1960s, Adam West, and the former Robin, Burt Ward, went on national television to discredit the new Batman. Based on not seeing the film, all they had was production photos of Michael Keaton in the suit. That was it. That was all they needed. Now, what they were on TV for in the first place was to talk about the revival of the Batman 60s show that would be on the Christian Broadcasting Network, or their sub-channel, the Family Channel, which was a cable channel. Now it's ABC Family or Disney Family. I don't even know the name of it anymore, but the fact is they showed Batman on television every single day after school. And they even had a marathon, like right when the film came out, because they didn't want people to go see Batman. They didn't want people to go and see this new, darker, black, rubber suit, mean Batman, because to them, Batman was a very lighthearted, joyful crime fighter, that was kind of funny. But that's not how he was in the comics. Michael Keaton in Tim Burton's film was a very dramatic and dark, realistic character. And their vision was that anybody could be Batman. You have this rich, scrawny guy who really doesn't look like he could be a superhero, yet at the same time, he is Batman. He actually used two voices in the movie. It wasn't a Michael Keaton voice as both Batman and Bruce Wayne. He used two different voices. And Kevin Conroy would take this approach even more. Whereas Adam West, when he did Batman, there was really no difference between Adam West or Bruce Wayne and Batman. It was the same voice. So it's like, how could Commissioner Gordon and people not realize that it's the same guy? He picks up the phone. Hello, it's Bruce Wayne. Hello, I'm Batman. It's like, no, there was no real difference at all. And they even both spoke slowly, like Captain Kirk. Keaton changed things. And, you know, luckily when Jack Nicholson got involved with the film and was announced as playing the Joker, people are kind of like, you know what? I can kind of see Jack Nicholson playing the Joker. He's kind of crazy, you know? This is going to be awesome. This is going to be radical. This is going to be the best thing ever. And it was. It was a masterpiece film that propelled Batman into the 20th century. Now, what happened with the TV show being on at the same time is it spurred Batman mania, because you had the classic Batman, you had the comic book Batman, and you had the new, darker film Batman all at the same time. There was Batman merchandise up the wazoo. I was able to get so much Batman stuff as a kid because of all the different portrayals of Batman. So having different actors be Batman and different types of Batman media being on is actually very good. And based on what happened with Keaton and, you know, the Bronze Age comics and things like that, Bruce Timm was able to greenlight Batman the Animated Series. Now, Batman had kind of a rough time after that. I mean, even though the animated series was going on and winning awards left and right, in film, it was starting to decay with Michael Keaton turning down his reprisal as Batman, even though he was offered like $100 million. He said no. He hated the script, and it was like, no, I'm not doing it. And they brought in Val Kilmer at the last minute, and Val did an okay job, but everybody on the set hated him. He was not a nice guy to work with. But, you know, then after Kilmer walked, they brought in the ER guy, George Clooney. And he killed Batman, along with Schumacher. You created a giant toy commercial and the worst comic book film of all time. So, congrats. You also killed Batman until 2005, where there were a lot of chances to bring Batman back, and we never got them until the Chris Nolan series. But, you know, there were a lot of people that weren't sure about Christian Bale being Batman at the time either. There wasn't as huge a controversy as Michael Keaton and Ben Affleck, but there were people that were kind of like, especially he played some pretty crazy roles, and he had to bulk up, and he didn't know any martial arts. He had to learn Muay Thai, and, you know, he really invested himself into the role. So if Christian Bale can do it and Michael Keaton can do it, don't you think that Ben Affleck could do it? But now I want to hear from you guys and gals. How do you feel about Ben Affleck being the Batman?
In case you were wondering, this was recorded on Friday. I had a lot of rendering issues to get it up till today. But still, I think they could have gotten a better actor. But over the weekend, Zachrey Levi said in a podcast that Ben actually has some pretty big shoes to fill, and this could be the hardest thing he's ever done in his career. So, if Chuck thinks that Ben Affleck can do an okay job as the Batman, I'm going to have to give it the benefit of the doubt because, well, it's Chuck. Anyway, that wraps up my thoughts on Ben Affleck as Batman. Thanks so much for watching. Agree or disagree? Sound off in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed this video, why not help it get 1,000 likes? Thanks for your time, and I'll see you tomorrow with AK News. Later, gamers.